Hi everyone. This is a video, as the title says, buying a classic vehicle. Well, in our case, we've got a classic camper van. We've owned the van 3.5 years now, and it's just a little bit of something. If you're going to buy an older type van, what you've got to look out for. I suppose there's been one or two, and this probably won't interest everyone in this video. My videos also, for reasons of mine, are not children primary. I don't have children as a primary audience, never have. So if they're under 13-year-old or whatever the legal age is, I should be probably mine 16 at least, but they are not my primary target. My primary target is adults. I'm a 61-year-old man. I'm not interested in young kids' stuff. I don't get into any of it, so just to get that out of the way. Anyway, as I said, it's about buying an old vehicle. Now, you've all seen the Big Old Girl. I mean, the Big Old Girl, when it was built, she was built over in India, even though it's got Mazda written on it, which is a Japanese company. It's not Japanese, it's was built in India under the license of Mazda, and it's thrown together pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't buy a purposely built camper van for the simple fact is that they don't last. You know, you get a fiberglass camper, and with our conditions here in Australia and extreme weather, especially WA, you know, we really get some pretty hot weather through the summer, and it tends to bugger them up, and, you know, before time, you're starting to get cracks and stuff. So the way to go is a bus, I think, for a camper van or an RV. That's the way we went. All right, it's not a big bus, it's not a great big pusher or a massive big V8 diesel, it's a little 4-cylinder. She's 24 foot long, smidgen under, or from outer wall to outer wall on the outside, she's 7 foot wide. So that was it. There's a few things to watch out for. I fell for 1 or 2 traps, and I've been kicking around now to keep an eye open on stuff like that, but the fact is that I fell for the trap. The first thing to watch out for is rust. Someone cleverly disguised my van when I bought it, and it's now started to come to fruition that she has got rust in the roof. I think I've shown you. I'm going to run going over it tomorrow with its faults. So for 3.5 years, the only thing that I've had to do was a slave cylinder for the clutch. I think it cost $26, which I thought was pretty reasonable. But the fact is now she's starting to show, I think we've put about 12,000 kilometres onto her. And, you know, we've had her 3.5 years. All we've done is a service and, well, you know, serviced it and put that slave cylinder. Well, now the brakes are starting to pack it in on the front. You know, you were with us the other day, and the right-hand front wants to grab every now and again when she's cold. Once it warms up, it's okay. You've got to pump it, and I'm pretty sure it's adjustment. But I want to get the wheels off and have a look at the shoes, because it's 4 wheels. You know, they're shoes, not discs. They're drum brakes. Vacuum is just the drums. So it's like air, the same as having air brakes, but it's vacuum instead of air. There's quite a few people with vans my age. I think Elvis is I think he's a year younger than mine. He's an 89, mine's an 88. Coates, 9500 I think he is. He's the same, he has about an 89, I think 88 or 89 camper or van as well. There's definitely Blue Van Dan. I mean, his is a real good van. You know, he's got old ones. And there's a few people. Stan Sassanak just bought himself, I think his was a 96. Big Prevo. Beautiful thing it was. I had a look at it today. If you haven't had a look at Stan's big RV, jump onto Sassanak, which is Kansas spelt backwards, and have a look. Yeah, very nice. But the things you've got to look out for and be cautious of is firstly rust. Mine's repairable. I can repair it. I didn't want to repair it, but it can be put in and repaired. And then the second thing is, and it's pretty important, and it's going to be the problem we have, is availability of spare parts. Now, these were built in India, and what you've got to remember is that roads in India are probably one of the most treacherous, worst roads out there in the country, in the world. So the Mazda T3500 was built for the purposes of using it for ambulance, buses, and for transporting cargo and stuff in. So they knew the roads they had to go onto, and I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen the toughest road truckies or whatever they're called, the ones that go through India and that, and they knew they had to last. So I've heard people put dispersions on what India builds and what they do and what they don't do. Well, if the big old girl's in the example of how they build a vehicle and they do a damn good job, it's not a Tata, it's Mazda. I don't have much to do with Tatars, but over here in Australia, people have bought them and I've never heard any bad reports. Great Wall I've heard a few reports and bad news about, but the Tatars seem to be okay. They seem to hold their own, and they do build a good vehicle. At the time we bought the big old girl, and I'll tell you, she cost me, or Deb and I, $14,600. But that, at the time, I think the build out inside was about 8 months old. It's brand new, and it's done by a conversion company called Dove, and it was brand spanking new. I mean, it still looks brand new. It's, we haven't messed it up or anything like that. So, but yeah, your main problem is going to be the rust, parts availability, because what you got to remember is that Mazda and Toyota and all them don't foresee a vehicle lasting for 32 years next year, the old girl is. And they don't see that. They give a van like that or a bus like that, 15 at a big stretch, 20 years, and that's its life. I am actually running a big old girl on borrowed time. She should have been off the road and destroyed years ago for her age and all the rest of it. But she's only got 173,000 kilometres. Hey Google, convert 173,000 kilometres into miles.
173,000 kilometres equal 107,497.216 miles.
It's got 107,000 miles on it. It's a 4-cylinder built by Cummins under licence of Mazda, so it's a Cummins 4-cylinder. It's the 3.9D rated to a 3.5 because over here, as well as over there, obviously school buses had to be under 3.5 litre back in the old days, so that's what they did. But I think we've had a really good run. I'm not into all this new diesels with all the emissions and everything on it. I don't understand it. I don't want to know about it, and I've heard nothing but bad reports about them. So, mine's old school direct injection, which means basically the injection just screws straight into the head and that's it. Also, the big old girl doesn't have glow plugs. Now, how it actually warms things up, I don't know. I've never really done the thing. Someone told me it had a heater in the air cleaner element. It may do, I don't know. But you just jump in like a normal petrol or gasoline car, turn the key and away it goes. You don't have to light up glow plugs and all the rest of it. So, all in all, and I believe Cummins, the old Cummins diesels didn't have glow plugs. They same as mine. But, yeah, well, that was it. Anyway, this is going to be part 1. So, I won't bore you anymore. I just thought I'd jump on and let you know that we're still alive and we're still doing okay. You can see Debbie's head over the top of her computer there. And part 2 is just going to be, I'll explain and show you what it is. And what to watch. Well, you know what to watch out for. You people aren't in it, but silly. But the thing is that I'm definitely running the big old girl on borrowed time. She shouldn't even be on the road. They don't make them to last that long. There's no money in making a vehicle that's going to last 30 or 40 years. And I've pushed past the boundaries, or the big old girl has, and still goes and thinks that she's, 2 years old or something. But yeah, it just shows that the quality that the Indian people put into making and building their T3500 Mazdas. They were an incredible little vehicle. I mean, the little thing's even got an engine, or an engine brake, or not actually a Jake. Well, it is a Jake brake, I suppose, but yeah, engine brake. Well, mine's got a little relay gone, and I can't find that relay for no money, and that's where availability of parts come in. I can't buy that. I'm going to actually make one up or suffice it with something else or replace it with something else. I don't know, but I just don't use it. All right, well, we'll leave it at that. And as I say, it won't be for everyone this video, but then most of them aren't for everyone. So we'll leave it at that, and you all take care. Be good to each other, and we'll catch you. We'll put another video up. Well, out tomorrow. It's 20 past 1 in the morning here now. And we'll put one up again probably tomorrow afternoon or something. As the weather over here has been over 35 degrees for the last 3 days. So I haven't really, because the big old girl's not air conditioned on the dash. I can run the Jenny on the back and have the big one on the roof going. But I'd really prefer not to. But it's just not. You just wind the windows down. You do 60 k's an hour or 35, 38 mile an hour, and that's what you got, what comes in through the windows. But yeah. All right then, guys. Well, we'll leave it with that, or at that, and we'll definitely catch up with you a bit later on. Bye for now.